Sometimes you play guys not necessarily only because of what they show you, but also out of necessity and what's been going, what hasn't been happening with the other guys. But what John has a very good understanding of how to compete. Because his main, the negatives on him is that he's my offspring, so he's not a good athlete, and he doesn't have good size, and so but he is able to make good plays in spite of that. And if you remember the Indiana game, he's the one that threw back. They look like very simple plays, and they may be, but he makes them. He threw them back to Kugel twice, and Kugel makes 2 threes, and we get up 10. It's not a play that Cully makes all the time. Now, Cully makes plays that John can't make. There's no question about that. But this is a play that is good basketball sense that John, I think, has probably developed through the years of playing high-level competition. So as I watched John play, like the other day, he got put in a couple of tough situations. I really don't want him I don't want him at the end of the shot clock trying to create a shot. It's not fair, it's not a good thing. And he got put in that situation a couple times. That's not good for John. But he does have a good understanding. He finds people. His assist-to-turnover ratio is good. He gives you solid minutes. And so, and he defends pretty well. So I know that when he's out there, his level of competitiveness is very high, and it's not just an aggression; it's an understanding of how to compete. So, and we say he's gotten more minutes. I think he had 7 minutes against Ohio State or something like that, and he actually played well against Ohio State. Probably should have played him some more minutes in the second half, coming down the stretch. So I'm trying to balance what he gives us, and also rest in Cully. I'd like to make sure that he's fresh and down the stretch, and I should have done a better job at Ohio State, but he got more minutes at Michigan because he had some presence about him.
How difficult is that for you? You've said before that you may be harder on him than other people would be, but how do you balance coaching him like another player and he's also your son?
I was really hard on him on Saturday. It wasn't fair, but I was hard on Cully too. I was probably hard on all of them on Saturday. So, it's just part of it. I just think this group expects it. I know John expects it. I mean, I didn't coach him in high school, and the only times that I told him anything was when I was disappointed in his approach. And those are hard conversations to have. We're very close, but I'll have them, and I have them with John. And I was on him the other day. I thought he, as I look back on the tape, as I said a minute ago, he was put in a couple of tough spots, and I was mad at him about the shot selection. Well, I mean, that's not a good situation for him to be in, where he's got to try to create a shot. So it was, but it is a hard balance. Your expectations for your children. I played for my father. They're not always realistic, I know that, but I think that I would have preferred that as getting any kind of special treatment, and I don't think, if you ask, I don't think John gets special treatment. He's probably the other way. I was hard on him the other day, but if he's going to play, it's like I said, we all signed up for the Big Ten. I'm getting my share of criticism, maybe not even as much as I deserve, but I signed up for it. I better take it. And I want to compete. One of the reasons Iowa was so appealing is because we wanted to compete for Big Ten championships. I had the opportunity to compete for championships in my previous job, and it was fun. But a Big Ten championship was something that was very intriguing to me. And so, if we're going to sign up for it, then we better be willing to accept everything that goes with it, and sometimes that's the difficult stuff. And right now it's difficult for us, but I think John can handle it, Cully can handle it, they can handle it, they've shown they can handle it.
So how do you avoid those situations at the end of possessions where John's forced to try to create? What has
Well,
to...
it's tough, I mean, because I mean, we do it to other teams sometimes. You know, you're looking, I think the other day, it was a combination of us not throwing it inside and our bigs not taking advantage of, I mean, there were times when our bigs could have just sealed and we just stepped out. Well, maybe we're not, I mentioned this after the game, Brennan Kugel's a very good high-low post feeder. I think our other guys are good at it. They've shown they've been good at it, but the other day either we missed or they didn't do a good job. It was a combination. It wasn't all in the same play. It's a combination of, there would be times when we wouldn't seal and there would be times when we did seal. I know one set where a guard, and I don't know who was making the pass, the guard was fronting Jared Cole. We looked, he left, and we didn't re-look it. We could have, the guard left, we could have thrown in there, but we only looked one time, he took it away, he left, and we were, well, now we've missed an opportunity to attack. And you can't, I don't know how many opportunities you're going to have in a possession to attack. And we can't be anxious, but we've got to be, with poise, we have to be aggressive and assertive and look for those opportunities. And what was happening was, and give them credit, they switched a lot of stuff. Well, if they switched a lot of things, that means their guards were guarding our bigs on the rolls. And we didn't find them. And give them credit. That was a smart move, because as you switch, you keep the other team on the perimeters a lot. And that's what was happening to us the other night. We weren't able to take advantage of it.